to the David67 YouTube Celtic News channel. Today, Wednesday the 12th of October. Again, quite a quiet news day in and around Celtic, apart from a couple of players said to be being heavily scouted by Celtic with a view to signing them potentially in the winter transfer window. Have had a good look at both of them in terms of their stats, scouting reels, etc. And I have included a couple of videos regarding these players as part of today's video. Before we crack on with the actual video, please do, if you can, click the subscribe button, completely free of charge, no obligation, but does help boost the channel's popularity, gets other people a chance to see this video and the other 70 odd videos as part of this channel. Also, please, if you can, click the like button to go with this video. So, without further ado, Celtic have two players on their radar at the moment, both being heavily scouted. The first of these is a young Republic of Ireland international called Sinclair Armstrong, who currently is playing for Queen's Park Rangers in the English Championship. He has one full Republic of Ireland cap, coming on as a very late substitute just recently. Also two under 21 caps, scoring one goal in those games, and is previously under 17 and under 19 Republic of Ireland international. He originally was at Shamrock Rovers, then was transferred a couple of years ago to Queen's Park Rangers. And this season he has scored one goal with 2 assists in 11 games, and over his career, 5 goals in 54 matches. The second player on the radar is Ho-Yeon Jeong, who is a South Korean international. He's part of the South Korean Olympic squad, and as they won the Asian Games gold medal, this means that he is exempt from the compulsory national service that a lot of the South Korean players have to go through before they, as part of their obligation to their country. This obviously does give him other options, and an earlier option of moving to Europe, which apparently he is very keen to do. He is primarily a defensive midfielder, although can also operate in central midfield. 6 foot tall, which is relatively tall for his position, which does allow him to double up, helping out in defence. He has played 67 games so far in his professional career, with 3 goals and 7 assists, and also has 15 yellow cards over his career, which does suggest he is a player who happily mixes it in midfield and defence. So we'll now break into the video to do the highlight reels for the two players, and then we'll finish off the video with what my thoughts are for those two players and whether they fit into Celtic. And of course, please feel free to pop comments and opinions into the comment section to go with this video. As always, happy and very keen to see what other people's opinions are regarding these players. So hopefully you found those two videos helpful, starting with Sinclair Armstrong. He does look a good, strong player, quite a lot of pace. He's 6 foot tall, but doesn't seem to be particularly good in the air, quite one-footed. Has a lot of pace, as I was saying, drives into the box, is able to hold off players to allow fellow strikers and midfielders to join the attack. My main concern is in a career of 54 games, he's only scored 5 goals, which is, for me, very poor for a main striker. 1 goal in 11 championship games this season. The bonus is he is 20 years old, which means he has a lot of development and potential still to be achieved. He has played international football, and his contract ends at the end of the 23-24 season, although Queen's Park Rangers are actively trying to extend his contract, as he appears to be on the radar also, not just for Celtic, but also Crystal Palace and a couple of other Premier League sides in England, and even has attracted interest from Manchester City. I personally don't think he is the player that we need, except that if we were able to sign him in essence for nothing, now that his contract will be ending next May. But even then, I think it'd be much more important for us to bring through our young players currently in B team football and out on loan. I would much prefer Celtic committed cash to keeping Rocco Vata at the club rather than bringing in a player who's going to count against homegrown and Celtic trained quotients, unlike Rokovata, who would fulfil both being Scottish and home and trained at the club. The signing of Ho-Yeon Jeong is much more interesting. He is said to be a Rio Hitati style player, although taller and stronger. He primarily is a defensive midfielder, although is equally able in central midfield, and is very much a box to box player with a lot of energy, stamina, and strength. From the highlight reel, I think also you can agree he is capable in the air, 2 footed, good tackler, good anticipation to intercept and block passes and crosses and break up moves from the other team. Good short passer, also very good long passer as well, very good vision for distributing the ball. Doesn't seem to be particularly able in the final third, which does slightly count against him. And would be an interesting player for Celtic to sign. His transfer fee might even be as low as £500,000. And as I said in the first part of the video, is apparently very keen to come to European football, and so obviously coming to Celtic, where he would be joining 3 other South Koreans, would also be quite beneficial and quite an attraction for him. My main concern with signing him in the winter transfer window is we already have players such as Kwon and Tomoki Iwata as primarily defensive midfielders. We already have Odin Thiago Holm, Paolo Bernardo, and David Turnbull as backup central midfielders. We also have technically James McCarthy, who is still getting a wage from Celtic, despite the fact that he hasn't seen anything like first team football for a couple of years. Obviously, we have our 3 main starters in central midfield, Hattati and McGregor and O'Reilly. And so I wonder whether this is a signing to keep on the back burner in case we lose any of our first choice central midfielders in the upcoming winter transfer window, or whether he is similarly being kept as a player to keep on scouting with a view to signing him next summer, when again I'm sure Hattati and O'Reilly may come under further scrutiny and transfer interest. So I think for the meantime, Celtic should be looking to keep their money in their pocket and keep on looking at other options for the winter transfer window and the summer 2024 transfer windows. And also think we should be trying to bring through the players that we've already got, such as Iowata, Home, Bernardo, giving them a chance to fulfill their potential, especially people such as Iowata and Kwon and Home, who are all under contract to us. Still a little bit uncertain as to whether there is a compulsory purchase at the end of the Paolo Bernardo loan, and just what that fee would be. And don't really think Paolo Bernardo's had too much of a chance to show his talents yet for Celtic, but do hope over the next few months up to May, June 2024, he has every chance to show the potential and star ability that many people say he has. On the David Turnbull matter, the poll continues in the Q&A section, and the vote is still split 50-50 as to whether we should offer him another contract or not. And that poll will remain open for a good few more days over this international break. And as always, there is a Celtic-related quiz question to answer, if you wish, in the community section. So that finishes things off for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Chat again tomorrow. Goodbye and hail, hail.